Action News financial analyst Steve Budin joins me now. And Steve, you're talking about some economic data here. Again, it's a bit mixed. We don't seem to get a really clear signal, right?
Yeah, and that's the frustrating part. You know, we're about 5 weeks away from the election, and there's enough here for everybody to like, and there's enough here for everybody to hate.
Right.
So we have construction data dropped over the last couple of months, but manufacturing is up. Auto sales have dropped over the last couple of months. But locally, on the good news front, tourism is up here in Vegas. So we're getting a little bit of everything. And these are going to be the last data points before the election. Right. So you're going to see lots of spin over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, depending on what candidate wants to sell what part of their plan.
Right.
They're going to use this information. Okay, now talking about Bass Pro Shops here, gobbling up the competition. And this is a major, major deal here.
Yeah, and who would have known, right? With
Right.
fishing and outdoor goods. A $4 billion deal. I know a lot of our viewers shop at Bass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Again, you said $4 billion.
Yeah,
with
$4
a B.
billion.
Wow,
Yeah.
I had no idea.
They're actually being taken private. Cabela's is a publicly traded company, and Bass is buying them out. But you're seeing this locally, and you shouldn't see much disruption. I just like to throw things out that the locals,
yeah, a lot
they
of
like to shop there
and hunters, and this they're going to see some changes there.
Yeah.
All right, moving on now to the world of presidential politics. Always a touchy subject, right? No matter what you say.
Yeah, yeah.
But obviously, over the weekend, we saw this report in the New York Times here about Donald Trump and his taxes and this nearly $1 billion loss he claimed, and now that gives him some cover, apparently, if he wanted to not pay federal taxes for some 18 years.
Right.
Now, when you saw this, what did you think?
Yeah, and again, I always say I keep the politics out of it. I stay as neutral as I can. Now, the big thing that jumped out at me was, for a lot of the publicly elected officials to be on the Sunday news circuit complaining about this, they're the ones who passed these laws. So you can complain that Trump did this or Trump did that, but this is the system we have. And if there's one silver lining, this might highlight how dysfunctional the system really is. For all, there's over 20,000 pages in the U.S. tax code, and for him to take advantage of that, you can't fault the guy, but it just shows you everything that's wrong with the U.S. tax system.
Yeah, I mean, and the Times makes note of this. Nothing he did was illegal.
That's right.
It was perfectly legal.
Right. Maybe immoral, depending on how you look at it, but not illegal. And therein lies the problem. And I think, but Trump should release his tax returns to further show where did those write-offs go. And the real estate industry, I was over the weekend researching some of these things, and there's over 20 lobbyists for every member of Congress in the United States. Therein lies part of the problem as well, because these loopholes get written in. So when a candidate proposes a particular tax policy, the lobbyists are working behind the scenes to try to create those loopholes for the donors. So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, and it just shows you how tough the process is.
All right, Steve Budin, as always, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. All right, Yasmin.
All right, thank you, Todd. We have